What is going on, guys? My name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 video here on my channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be explaining why you guys should avoid buying the new Pegassi Infernus Classic in GTA Online. Now, of course, this car was released into GTA Online earlier today, and as soon as it was released, I was live streaming. I went through all the customizations and features this car has to offer, and don't get me wrong, when I first bought this car, I was very pleased with it. In my opinion, I think the car is a very good looking car. It has some pretty cool features as well, like the pop-up headlights. I think the back end of the car as well is really good looking. It's got some pretty cool customizations too. The assisted doors are also a nice feature too, but unfortunately this car does have a lot of problems. In fact, there are probably more disadvantages having this car over the advantages. But first of all, guys, before I even get into those, I just want to say, if you like this car for its looks and its appearances, and that's all you want from this car, then don't let me stop you. Definitely go ahead and buy this car, because in the terms of its appearances, if you guys like it, it is a very nice car. And I am one of those people, I am satisfied with the appearance of this car, but I know there are people watching right now that won't like this car for its exterior look, and that's fair enough, it's not for everyone. After all, this is a classic supercar, of course based upon the 1987 Lamborghini Diablo, and as I'm sure you guys also know, this particular car was also featured in GTA Vice City. Anyway, but apart from the car's appearance and a few cool customizations and features, that's pretty much all this car has to offer. Unfortunately, everything else is very disappointing. So first of all, its performance. Now yes, straight away I just want to point out, I do know this car isn't made and built for its performance. After all, it is a sports classic, but even so, it isn't very fast at all. Its top speed isn't that high. Sure, in the sports classic category, it might be one of the fastest ones, it might be up there, but it's certainly not the best. You've got vehicles like the Z-Type, which are much faster. Its acceleration is also pretty slow, the handling is pretty terrible as to be expected, and the brakes aren't very special either. So when it comes to racing with this car, there are certainly much better cars in the sports classic category to select over this one. And then as for the car's price, well, to purchase the Pegassi Infernus Classic, it will cost you $915,000 from the Legendary Motorsports website. $915,000, which makes this one of the most expensive sports classic cars that you can purchase in GTA Online. Now yes, I fully understand this is a classic supercar, and because this vehicle was supposedly highly requested and returned from GTA Vice City, Rockstar have inflated the price, but even so, it definitely is not worth $915,000, when like I said, this car's performance is pretty poor. The only real use you'll ever have for this car is to use it in free mode, just to cruise around with a few friends, maybe show up to a few car shows, show it off at a few Snapmatics, and things like that. But after a few days, you'll soon become bored of it, you'll probably put it back into your garage and never use it again. And there are loads of cars like this in GTA Online. It really doesn't stand out, and personally it's not really worth the $915,000 which you have to spend to buy the car. And of course, on top of that then, you have to spend a further $300,000 or so on the customizations. Now maybe if this car was half the price, I might be taking a slightly different approach in this video, but unfortunately at $915,000, unless you have loads and loads of money in GTA Online just to throw around and do anything you want, then it's definitely a vehicle not worth buying. But if you're looking to get yourself a new car in the sports classics category and you want the car to actually be good, then just wait a week, because next week we're going to be receiving the Turismo Classic in GTA Online, which I can assure you guys is much better all round. For starters, I think the car itself is much better looking, and it's not just me saying that. Based upon past feedback which I received on previous videos and live streams, a lot more of you guys were looking forward to the Turismo Classic over the Infernus Classic. The Turismo Classic is also much cheaper at $700,000 as opposed to the price tag of $915,000 on the Infernus Classic. The Turismo Classic also has more customization options available for it. Not a huge amount more, but still more. And in terms of its performance, the Turismo Classic is much better in all categories. It's faster, it's got a better acceleration, its handling is 10 times better, and the brakes actually work when you press them. So there we go then, guys. I think it's pretty safe to say, if you've been saving up in GTA Online now for quite some time, and you really want to buy something new in GTA Online, definitely wait another week and get yourself the Turismo Classic instead of the Infernus Classic, because it really is a better car overall. So you may be questioning why Rockstar released the Infernus Classic this week and not the Turismo Classic instead, and it seems pretty obvious. The reason being that Rockstar want you to spend your money on the Infernus Classic, because if the Turismo Classic came out first, you'd buy that one instead, and most likely wouldn't buy the Infernus Classic at all. So there we go then guys, with that being said, that's pretty much it then for this video. So if you guys are wondering whether you should buy the Infernus Classic or not, the simple answer is no, unless of course you have a lot of money and you really like the overall looks and appearance of the car. Otherwise, save your cash and wait for next week to come round where you can get yourself the Turismo Classic instead, which is clearly a much better car overall. I want to get your thoughts and feelings on this though. What do you guys think about the Infernus Classic? So go ahead and leave a comment on this video. If you guys could also drop a like as well, it would be greatly appreciated and it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'd recommend that you do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you for watching and I will see you guys next time.